Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video, and today I'm going to be jumping in a few map changes and a few theories which I've got for you guys, which I'm really excited for. Also guys, if you are new around here, maybe consider entering that support creator code postboxpat into your item shop. Thank you to everybody who's been doing that on screen right now. It shows much support and respect to the channel, and again, if you're not got anyone entered in there, make sure you go and enter at least someone, because it helps out anyone. It could help out me, it could help out anyone else. It's really awesome guys, and thank you to everyone who has been supporting me as a creator. You guys absolutely rock. We've been trying to get 4,000 supporters, so if you guys want to help me out get there, that would be really awesome. So let's jump straight into this and show you guys exactly what map changes I have for you guys, and that currently is a real-time event which potentially could actually get hosted at Loot Lake, and also a restart event, should I say, a restart map change which took place a few hours ago. So these brand new diggers, I guess they're not brand new, but technically they are because they've only just been added in this season. But yes, the diggers now have officially located themselves around the entire of Loot Lake, which is very interesting. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 diggers currently situated around the entire circle of the cube fragments. Now, what are they doing here? I don't know 100% what they're doing here, but when I kind of think of predictions and theories regarding potentially what they could be doing here, if you don't already know, underneath here there was a metal kind of bunker, and I feel like they located it and thought, right, maybe something to do with that bunker has to be in this side of the lake. Now, I did mention in one of my previous theory videos that potentially that bunker could have been formed from the cube tiers. I've actually got a video talking about that. If you haven't already checked it out, go and check it out. It's a good theory, it's potential. It's not 100% confirmed, but if you don't remember, or if you do remember, the cube was actually dropping tiers, and they were going into kind of like a circle pit here with like a whirlwind type effect, and obviously each tier was going in towards the end of the cube, and maybe they've reacted underground or formed some sort of metal base, or somehow teleported something in that's formed something underneath Loot Lake, which is very interesting. So I'm excited to see what Fortnite are going to do regarding that. Other than that, I can expect the event here to probably be similar to the events that we've had at these sort of places. So real-time events, not official events, but real-time events, which is really interesting. I know there's 3 different types of main events, which I've talked about in my live stream. There's 3 different types of events. I'll just quickly mention them for you guys. There's the restart events, there's the official events, which are announced on social media, and then there's the real-time events, and we do add sometimes a 4th one in there. Sometimes we even have a 5th one in there. 4th one can be like a subscriber event, which isn't official at all, and the 5th one, I can't exactly which one I remember it was, but it's something to do with like a restart event, or just like a very subtle type of event which you may see. I think there's only really 4, but I know a few of us did come up with a 5th one, but I can't remember which one it was. But we don't want to talk about too much to do with the events. There's only really mainly 3 events that we get in Fortnite. So I do think this will be like a real-time event where it's like interactive and you can kind of interact with different event. I think that was the 5th one, an interactive event. It's kind of like a real-time one, but you actually interact and take part in it. So I guess that's what's going to be happening right here at Loot Lake. I'm hoping that's the case, or it could be an officially announced event. You know, we had the one last season with the Ice King over there and a huge storm. It wasn't the best event that we got with the snow. We also know that Fortnite tested it out previously on Christmas Day, covering the whole map in snow. That was like a test. Then we got the event, which was pretty cool. So potentially we could see an officially announced event. I don't even think that was officially announced, but we do definitely expect an officially announced event this season. They seem to do it on the even numbers. They did it on season 4 with the rocket event, they did it on season 6 with the cube event, and or the butterfly event, should I say, and then on season 8 we could probably see something towards maybe the end of the season, or maybe even next week get announced, and it could be something to do with Loot Lake. If there is going to be a real-time event here officially announced, I feel like it'll probably be to do something with Ruin, the new secret skin. I do believe that if Ruin is to spawn in over here, there may be some huge metal base underneath this huge kind of cube fragment area. Obviously the government are searching for something from the past that's been in the game. Everything originally that the government have been looking for all came from space. We know that in space we had the meteorite which hit, and that's where the visitor came from. The visitor himself was actually located inside a dusty divot. So it was quite interesting to see that the government dig up that section where the visitor landed to see if there was anything else underneath it, and you can see they didn't find anything. They also decided to dig another location over there. I'm not 100% sure why they chose that location, but obviously that was one of their first kind of scouted locations that they chose. They didn't seem to find much in there. Then the 3rd location that they chose to dig up, they noticed they found something pretty special. They found the actual kind of metal base, which unfortunately doesn't seem to render, which makes me think maybe potentially something else is going to happen here, because obviously they haven't changed that in the map changes. And then we also have a few other locations around the map which people are speculating to become another dig site, like over here was potential for another dig site. But I don't think that's going to be the case right now because they are actually surrounding this lake. So that's pretty interesting. Regarding the next announced thing and next updates and stuff, apparently Fortnite have officially announced that there could be, well, I don't know 100%, but I've heard on Twitter that people have been announcing that, or Fortnite have been tweeting me and tweeting a few people, that Fortnite have announced that there's going to be an update this week, which will be 8.4, which will be interesting. I feel like it won't be a major map change video, but what it'll do is it'll put the files in for any event or anything that's going to take place currently at Loot Lake, which is pretty cool. So I'll keep you guys updated on all that sort of stuff. I'm really excited for that. I think if they did do that, it'd be amazing. A lot of people are going to get involved with it, which is amazing. So, you know, I'm really excited for it. So let me know in the comment section down below how excited you are for this event. We can also expect that the diggers themselves could potentially get further into this lake. It feels like they're in a weird position. Right here, if I know the diggers don't do anything, and I say this in every single video I do about these diggers, they rely on us, the players, to do the work. They just sit there and watch us dig away with our pickaxes, whereas they have these huge machines which potentially could dig up the structures. I think it'd be cool if Fortnite made it so we could interact with these diggers and actually drive them. I think that'd be pretty cool where we could use them to dig a kind of like a bigger amount of damage. Obviously that's probably not going to be the case right now, but where the diggers are currently located, they're not really going to be able to do much. They're only going to be able to dig this side. So I was potentially thinking that we could get ramps going down here. I don't know why they would have located all on the edge. They've kind of put themselves all around. If I was the diggers and I wanted to get lower down, I probably would have put myself all lined up like here and just built a ramp here and gone down. But maybe they're just gonna, we don't even know. It could be just a restart event and we restart and the diggers are even lower down and they're actually closer to the cube fragments. Another interesting thing to note as well is the portaloos and the boxes are still on top of the truck. I know this seems weird why I'm mentioning this, but on the previous locations, the trucks that delivered the stuff dropped off the portaloos and also dropped off the boxes. In this case, the portaloos and boxes are still on the trucks, which makes me think that the event still isn't on its way. It's still in preparation, so I don't think they're just suddenly going to start digging. I do feel like there is another step to this, which makes me think they are going to go lower down, like I just mentioned. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me there, just because all the previous events that we've seen with the dig sites, they did fully unload all the equipment. It seems a bit weird to me that they've left the toilets and the boxes on here. I know it's so random, like talking about toilets and boxes, but regarding previous events, unless it's just like a common mistake they've made, I feel like they definitely need to move them toilets and boxes because the workers are probably going to need to go to the loo. So interesting stuff going on there. I feel like that could be something that potentially they are doing, unless they're going to be using this portaloo here, which I highly doubt. So that lets me kind of predict that there's probably not going to be anything in the next few days, but obviously as soon as the update gets announced, we may start to see a few things going on around here. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what other predictions do you have for this season? Well, I'll give you guys a few. I was going to talk a little bit about them, and I will probably extend these over a few videos, but I've got two theories which I'm going to mention for you guys, which I'm very interested in. So we had this location on the map over here. We haven't actually seen anything take place in this location. It seems kind of like a filler location. Nothing has actually kind of taken act yet here, so I do think we are going to see something regarding maybe the cube or the purple element substance come into this section. It feels like it's too basic just to see kind of like, I know it kind of looks like the lava is kind of dripped down here and drips into the water, but it just seems too basic to happen right here. So hopefully something does happen around this section. And also we know that AIM's team, Sergeant Winter and that, have set up over here. So they've set up outposts. So obviously they're investigating this sort of stuff. And I do feel like we probably will get something else happening in this section. I feel like this is a third-party company which has come into the map and started to investigate stuff. I don't think they're related to the main military/government, which we've seen since Season 4. I do feel like they came from maybe the island, which was crashing in. Obviously, we know they came from the island, which was crashing in the iceberg, and then they kind of took over the map and have kind of became the new government. But I personally don't think they are like the government. I feel like the government seem very dark, very secretive. We've seen that with the designs they build. They build a lot of stuff which isn't open. We have kind of like the dark, kind of secret detective design, which I really do like. They also put things around it, kind of blocking it off so you can't see what's going on in there. They kind of did that with the meteorite that came from the sky as well, which I think was interesting to see the government starting to do stuff like that. So obviously we know that the government are very kind of secretive. They kind of keep things locked down so people can't understand what's going on. Obviously we can because we're the players, but if you were a member or someone that lived in the Fortnite universe, you know, obviously things like that, with the government covering it up, you wouldn't be allowed to gain access to it, and you wouldn't know any knowledge of it unless you used the plane, which aren't currently in the game, or something to sneak in there and find out the information. So the other theory, which I quickly want to mention in today's video, is regarding Greasy Grove. So Greasy Grove wouldn't have been left in the game, simple as. You know, Fortnite would have not left Greasy Grove right here. I don't think Fortnite would kind of talk or mention anything to do with Greasy Grove anytime soon, but it's obviously going to have something to do with maybe next season or even season 10, because they wouldn't have left it here. They would have put something else here if it was going to get removed. So, you know, I do feel like Greasy Grove is going to make a return at some point. I don't know when, but, you know, we may see parts of it making a return and parts of it getting wiped and rebuilt. So I do feel like that is the case regarding Greasy Grove. I know it's a completely random theory and it's nothing related to what's currently going on, but whatever could happen could also cause the ice to melt. So, you know, it's just a big theory which is going around, and I'm pretty sure it's quite obvious that the ice is going to have to melt at some point. So I do think that is something that's almost 100% confirmed for the Fortnite Battle Royale universe. And finally, for those people that have made it to the end, I just want to address this quick problem. You can comment down below if you've made it to the end. If you've made it all the way to the end, comment down below drain pipe. I know it's a weird comment, but that's what I'm looking at right now. And just go ahead, just comment it, and it's pretty funny. So one last thing for you guys, for everyone who's made it to the end. Underneath here, there isn't actually anything officially rendered in yet, but I will show you a screenshot of me actually glitching underneath the map. You can see it on screen right now. This is actually something that I accidentally glitched under when I was using replay mode. I ended up being underneath Loot Lake, so I thought I'd take a quick screenshot of, and here you have it. You can see underneath there isn't anything other than render issues. That structure going right down to the bottom is actually these walls here, so there's nothing underneath. And originally it was, the reason it was that deep was because obviously we had the huge whirlpool in here, so that's why originally Loot Lake was so deep. So, you know, that's why that's like that. We may see something actually get formed again underneath there. So I think as soon as the update pops, if someone manages to get underneath the map, you'll probably see a lot of stuff starting to get leaked. But for now, I don't think anything like that will get leaked. So pretty interesting stuff. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video though. If you are new around here, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to comment, enter code postboxpat into your item shop, and tweet me at postboxpat for a shout out, or message me on my Discord. And that's it for today's video. Once again, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this is postboxpat signing out.